I'ma make it, got no time to be wasting. I got work to do. Through it up, I'ma make it. All you digging is hating. Watch me make it through. Through it up, I'ma make it, got no time to be wasting. I got work to do. Through it up, I'ma make it. All you digging is hating. Watch me make it through. 'Cause they don't.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy James J. You are now watching your favorite talk show, podcast, whatever you want to call it, Talking Shit About Shit. The podcast where we have fun, get lit, and thank God while we're doing it, man. We have a mega special guest in the building today. Almost as special as Marlon Wayans at this point. Like, gotta be honest. He's a singer, producer, rapper,
Writer.
yeah, ghostwriter.
I did some backup dancing back in the day.
Oh, this nigga dance too, yeah? That's great. That's great. So, man, hey, man, we got CallUpDayy in the building. Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man.
What up, y'all?
All right, I was actually introduced to you by my dog TJ
Okay.
from CSN. So
Yes,
I understand. I thank you for coming on because I know you're a
Absolutely.
busy man. You say you about to leave tomorrow.
Yeah, got to take a flight back to the East Coast.
Oh man, see, you just going all around the world.
Yeah.
All righty, man. You say you don't drink or smoke, so
I don't.
drink of the day segment. We can go ahead and skip
My
that.
bad.
We'll go straight into
bad.
the guest spotlight. This is where I ask you a couple questions just about your career and just how you deal with where you are at, where you're at in your career.
Cool. Sounds good, man.
Coolio.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
First question. How did you get started with music in general?
It was my boy Will. It's back in high school. I had no interest in music.
Yeah.
But he was my best friend, so he was always in the studio.
Okay.
And so he had me always help him when it comes to like producing and like writing and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, bro, you're not gonna make it. It's a waste of time. Let's go hoop and get some shorties. You feel me?
Right.
But over time, with me being consistent in the studio with him, I think like by the time I was senior year, that's when I was like, I did like a little talent show with him and stuff like that. And so
That's
we got
all
a
it
crazy response. We came in second place, ladies around us and stuff like that. That's when I found out I could sing too.
Right.
And so then from there, I was like, yo, I think I might be able to do this with you, my boy. And so from there, he just kind of helped me like transition into like the artist I am now. And so I give all the credit to Will. So shout out to Will, my guy.
Hey man, that's crazy because
Yeah.
you say like a talent show. There's so many people that I bring on the show and they say that same thing. That
Yeah.
one little talent show
That's
and
what
they showed that thing,
Mhm.
and then it's just like everybody gave them that response and then boom.
Absolutely.
Now everybody, hey, yeah, you gotta keep doing that.
Yeah.
Keep doing that.
Talent shows is where it's at.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on them. Show.
Oh man, all right.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself going within the next couple months? Like, do you have anything that we should be looking out for or things like that?
Absolutely. I got some big records that I produced and wrote for other artists that are coming out.
Okay.
So those are definitely some thing. You know, it's crazy because it's like I can say that, but I can't tell who the artist is
No,
because
yeah.
you know you're ghostwriter.
Don't
So
tell nobody.
on another note, I got my own singles coming out as well too.
Okay.
I think it's ideal to promote yourself as a ghostwriter as well as a recording artist.
Right.
You feel me? So when you are ghostwriting for these dudes and then you're making your own music, that's kind of like a marketing tool to advertise that you are
The artist that you say you are.
Absolutely, and a ghostwriter as well too. So it's just it's double the money, it's double the clientele, and it's a great way to give yourself more exposure. You know what I'm saying?
I like what he said, double the money. That's always a good thing.
Cha-ching.
If you're out there, always think about double the money.
Yeah, feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
What artist that you can talk about
Yeah.
was the best or like your favorite to write for?
Sway Lee was the homie. He was in Vegas. I just moved from Vegas and I went to the East Coast, and he had hit me up through a third party because he heard that I did a record for Ty Dolla $ign. And then he just hit me up. I'm like, I get a FaceTime, so I'm like, yo, who is this, bro? So I banged on it,
Right.
and so then I get the same call back. So I picked it up. And it was Sway Lee. He was like, yo. I'm like, yo, what up? You feel me? And so he was like, yo, what's good? What you up to? I'm like, out here, Brody. And so he wanted to fly me out literally that next night to Vegas to work with him. And so we chopped it up, figured out what he kind of wanted, and we just kind of teamed up and made it happen. It was just lit. Like the vibes is crazy. Like he asked me whatever I need, just you feel me? Like all I need is some Twizzlers, some tea.
Right.
Good, bro. Let's get to work. And the vibes is just crazy. Like I set up like a melody and stuff in here just right off of it. And it was just like we was back and forth, you feel me?
Yeah.
Slim Jim was like, yo, what's good? You trying to take my spot in Ray Trimmer? I was like, nah, bro.
No man, that's
Yeah,
crazy,
that was a fun time. That was
Yeah.
a fun time working.
It
on
sounds
that
like
shit.
fun, man. So
Yeah.
he seemed like one of those dudes where it's just like it's always
Turn up.
lit,
It's
but
always
it's like
turn up.
he know when to work though.
Yeah,
So.
mind you, like so the studio that we was in is like it's like sectioned off. So you got an area where all the people could chill and see you through like the glass window.
Right.
Then you have like the engineer and the artist, so we could actually like work and stuff and won't be distracted.
Right.
But when it's time to listen to the music, we bring them all in and stuff, and we turn it and it's lit. It was crazy vibes.
Oh man, I know the vids going crazy.
Man,
Instagram was popping on me.
I went on live a couple of times, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, man. Shoot, I would too.
Yeah, absolutely.
dang, man.
Yeah, that was a great time for sure.
Okay. I would say you don't have to tell the whole thing, but like what's probably like the 3 like overall main things of your writing process?
I think it starts off with the beat first. So I'll have a bop in my head, and then I'm like, all right, cool. What type of genre I'm feeling?
Right.
And so most of the music I do is like pop mainstream. So I'm either doing like a Rihanna Work type of song,
Gotcha.
or I'll flip and do like a Drake type of record, or Justin Bieber. Like that's like my lane right there. I love making that type of music. Plus, it makes the most money. And so, so usually it starts off with the beat. So I'll create the beat first, and then once I got the beat, I get like a melody. And so even if the beat is naked, even if I just got the drums and just the first melody, if I hear something like in my head, I take that, throw it in Pro Tools, and then I just kind of do like a quick little harmonizing thing. Then I'll finish the beat up and just go off of that. And so that's how I create the song, and then the lyrics always come last. So
Because you could kind of like
you could just figure out what you want to talk about. As long as you get it sounding good, like you know how you want it to sound, it'll come out great for sure.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. That was a great way to end that segment. Now we're gonna go into the segment that kind of brings us down a little bit, because it's about crazy people in the world. Usually it's about Florida, unfortunately. And it's called Nick. Yeah, basically, like I said, it's about everything that's going wrong in the world, possibly. Just the world in general is not at the best place. Today we're gonna unfortunately we got to talk about Brittany Griner and the 9 years she got for a vape pen. Like it's just like I don't know. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm saying like basically. How do you feel about that situation? Like, what do you feel that could have been done differently, or what do you feel that the U.S. should do?
Yeah, I don't have all the information, but from what I've read and what I've seen online and stuff like that, it seems like their government is just trying to like hold her from some other stuff that we did that they felt salty for. So they're trying to make an example of her, because a vape pen that's crazy. You feel me? I understand that they have strict rules in their country, like we get that and stuff like that, but to this extent. I don't know, fam. Like,
they going overboard,
it's
under
crazy.
the sea, everywhere, man. And unfortunately, you're taking away an affluent black individual.
She could hoop. I don't know if you've seen some of her scenes on highlights on YouTube.
Yes, man.
She is hooping. So
like they were actually considering her for the NBA, like the first woman in the NBA. So if that's the case, like she's got to have something going on, and I understand y'all trying to take away her whole career off of some stuff that she don't even know about.
She's such a high profile American in their eyes as well as ours, so it's a difficult situation and stuff like that. But I'm praying for her for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 years, that's crazy. Like we're gonna have to get some hard lawyers up in here to help us.
No, man, he talking about Dennis Rodman is going over there.
I heard that. He can pull it off, Dennis.
I think he can, because he's cool with Kim Jong-un, so he might have a little pull. He might be able to, hey, Russian man, let's get her up out of here.
Happy Dennis, man, you playing games, bro.
All right, man.
For sure.
Now, I don't want to talk about that too much longer. Let's talk about something happy.
Okay.
We're going to go into the last segment. It's called testimony time. It's the time when we thank God for bringing us through a situation where we thought was over our head or immeasurable. I've already told my story several times, so I'm tired of hearing my own story. Do you have something that could help somebody make it through their week or through their month?
For sure. I mean, I can tell my story just growing up in this industry and stuff, and how I kind of made it. So, you know how like Wiz Khalifa's my cousin. I never used that for my advantage. Well, a little bit later in my career and stuff like that. But in the beginnings, you kind of got
you just got to
in the beginning, I had to pay my own dues and understand that I got to go through the ups and downs and experience. So for me, I moved to New York, and that's when I wanted to transition into a professional artist. And then from there, I met a manager, and I had a publicist. And so they kind of helped, develop me into a professional artist. And so from there, we moved to New York. And when I first got signed, it was crazy because it was some like reality show type stuff, right? So my publicist put me in this like mansion with other producers and singers, and she was like, "I got 6 months to impress me." and if you impress me, there's a deal waiting for you. You feel me?
Okay.
So, mind you, they're gonna give us all the amenities when it comes to being an artist. So we're going to red carpet events. We got this big time studios. We could throw parties. It's like a clout house.
Oh.
So mind you, the first month we ain't do shit. All of us got in trouble one day. All we wanted was the shorties, we party and stuff like that. So every month we had to get evaluated, and they want to hear what we got and stuff. Nobody had nothing to show for it, so it was crazy and stuff like that. But from there, I was like, all right, let me chill, because a lot of them smoke and drink and stuff like that, and I didn't. I was just like, all right, let me just stay. So I brought my own equipment. I just kept it in my room, and I just really put in work, because I didn't want to kind of go away from what made me and put me in this position anyway. You feel me? And so I ended up getting signed, and I made it as a producer. Now, what happened was, my situation was my manager, this nigga thought he was Diddy, so he trying to hop on the records and stuff, he trying to cut checks, he's trying to sell my beats behind my back. When I found out, I was ready to like what up? Like nah, I'm gonna have to whoop your ass now, you feel me? Unfortunately, when I decided to do that, and I ended up firing him, I breached the contract.
Right.
And so that put me in a position for him to sue me. I didn't have money, so he took the assets and the value of my music, and so he took like 80% of my library, boom.
No.
And he took money from what he projected that he was gonna make within those years of me being signed to him. So anything that I put out for that next year and a half, he had full rights and full control to do whatever he wanted with it and stuff like that. So, and on top of that, he tried to blackball me from the industry and saying that I did some shady shit. And so that put me in a position where I had no home in LA, and I had no resources to even get back to my place. So I was like homeless for a minute. Only thing that kept me alive was just using my charm. So I would hit up shorties and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's good, shorty? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm hollering at them because I just want to take a shower and eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to like smash and stuff like that, but I had to use my charm. All the time. Some older ladies, some cougars and stuff like that. It's a whole nother story, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? But you had to do what you had to do in order to just kind of stay up afloat. And so I ended up meeting this dude, his name is Jarrett, and his father is the creator of Rugrats. It's this white boy, so he's a big fan of my music. So he told me to crash at his crib. And so I started crashing at his crib. This dude had like 2 kitchens. He had a movie theater. He'd throw parties for like VH1. After parties and stuff like that. So that's how I got to build my resources back, and that's how I started writing for people and stuff. And so that's how I started making my first checks. Once I made my got my checks and stuff like that, then I could move back into like my own spot out in LA and just kind of rebrand myself and stuff. And I stayed like independent from there. So just, you know what I'm saying, if y'all listening to this, like understand, like you could work your ass off, and then you could get your dream, and then it could just crash down. And then from there, if you just stay with it and just believe in yourself, things will work out, and just have like a optimistic like mindset, and things will start looking your way and stuff like that. You feel me? But it was stressful. Stress ain't no game too. When you stressing, it's hard to get out of that. But you know what I'm saying?
I think that's why I stopped growing. I was stressing a lot. And then, I stayed 5'5". I've been 5'5" since like middle school. It was stress. It was a lot of stress going on.
For sure. But yeah, man, it's just work ethic too, staying consistent, understanding your peers and stuff. Certain people around you may not be the best ideal people around you, so you gotta kind of let them go, regardless if it's your homies or not, stuff like that, because they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're an ambitious person and you really trying to get that bag out here, and they just like don't get it, you can't surround yourself around them anymore.
Amen.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, boy, you said a whole mouthful, and I don't even want to add nothing to that. That was testimony time, like I always say at the end. God is real, Jesus is real, and Jesus was black. Got to go ahead and put it out there, man. But all right, CallUpDayy, man, I thank you so much for coming on, bro. It was amazing to have you on here.
Definitely.
Before you go, can you please let them know where to follow you, where to find your music, everything?
Listen, world, super easy. You feel me? Anytime you want to find me, it's CallUpDayy. All right, you see the change, just DAYY. Don't put DAY. I'll probably still pop up, but just put CallUpDayy, Instagram, Facebook, any social media platform. I'm there. Spotify. You know what time it is. I got some new music coming your way too as well, so look out for that. And you feel me? Follow me. I follow back too, and I interact. Like I actually comment back. So let's get it.
Amen.
You feel me?
Like I always say to end this show, we welcome you to the shit show. Now it's time for your ass to go. We out, man.